Right, so this is a video that I am very excited for, and one of the reasons being is because I managed to get, my Ginyu to 100%, Super Attack 10, of course, and the reason why I'm excited for him is because when he was first announced, he was instantly going to be a very good option for an Extreme N-type team to take on Super Battle Road. Additionally, I do have a 100% Kid Buu, and this is going to be my team to take on Super Battle Road. So to quickly just go over why I made certain decisions. Of course, we have the double in Kid Buu lead. That's pretty straightforward. We have the Inzamasu, who has a 40% damage reduction, and he also gets a defensive increase that can go up to 60% at max health. Okay, so basically, the lower your health, the lower the increase you're going to be getting. Of course, we have the Golden Freezer, hits very hard. He also gets a defensive increase as well, so we are clearly going for a bit more of a defensive team here. The Android 13, I should say, is an orb changer, and of course, because the Kid Buu doesn't have that many key links, he is going to be providing, a decent amount of orbs for units like the Kid Buu. We have the Ginyu, we have the INT Ginyu that increases his own attack with every single super attack. And he also has a 50% damage reduction when you're taking 2 or more enemies on, which is just perfect for this mode. And then with the Android 16, I'm getting confused with all these Androids. But with the Android 16, of course, he does have the guarding, which means that he has a 55% damage reduction. So again, a bit more of a, defensive team. But I'm curious to see how it plays out nonetheless. But here we go. Off to an interesting start here. And I'm most likely going to keep the Kid Buus out of rotation. So, let's see what happens here. Okay, right off the bat, going to keep that Ginyu in there. So, I don't necessarily need to super attack with the Ginyu. So, I'm going to skip these. And let's aim for the TN, because I do believe he is the strongest one here. There we go. After a decent start. Nothing too crazy. Unfortunately, my Kid Buu doesn't have that many potential system buffs, but we have the 100% one. Right, here we go. How hard is this going to hit? 558k, and we don't get super attacked. Okay, now the true test is going to be how well can Ginyu tank. 10k. That's very solid. That is definitely a good number for the Ginyu. 100% as well, of course. 45k from a super attack. That damage reduction is so damn good. Legit, from all those super attacks, I took significantly less damage. You can tell the difference. If a unit like Golden Freezer was to get super attack there, he would have taken like 120-ish-k damage, which is way more, than what the other units would take. Or Ginyu in particular, of course. Right, Zamasu doesn't necessarily need to do much here. But I am going to roll this. And then I'm going to have to heal up here. So I'm going to use the Android 8 item, which is going to recover a decent portion of my health. And let's just go with this. As Zamasu should be able to tank somewhat well. He does have the potential system buffs. And look at that. And he isn't even getting the full defensive increase from his own passive. And gets the additional super attack off though. Yeah, that's fine. So it's safe to say that the TN is pretty much done here. But a ton of defensive capabilities on this team, which is what I love. Okay, here we go. I think this is the end of the TN, thankfully, because he's stayed around for way too long there. And there we go. Now I can focus on the other units. But I'm very excited to see how this plays out, like I said. Oh, now this is interesting. So I'm actually going to keep... Damn, this sucks. This sucks. I don't have much of a choice here, though. Okay, let's aim for the Krillin here. The key links hurt him so much. And then, you know what, might as well super attack with the Android 16. So I'm actually curious to see how well the Android 16 can tank as well. But I did keep the Ginyu in rotation just because he is going to be able to tank a bit better overall. And get the additional super attack. I will take it. The Krillin is pretty much done. I am pretty certain that we won't have to, use too many items up until the next stage. Okay, he doesn't tank as well as the others, but he is, still tanking very well, nonetheless. What do we have here? We have the Inzamasu. Look at that, just perfect rotation so far. And I do want to super attack with the Kid Buu here. That is going to be my best possible offensive strategy. I'm going to really... Later on, I'm going to have to rely on you know, the units like the 100% Kid for the damage. Because right now... Oh, he dodged. Okay, that's great. Taking even less damage here. So I don't want to lose, obviously. But because I am struggling to super attack in certain situations with the units that hit the hardest, it could potentially cause a few issues for me later on. And how is the Krillin not dead? Most likely going to end up getting that Dokkan mode during the second stage, which is fine, but it's kind of frustrating. Man, the Krillin should be gone here. That is so annoying. You know what? Let's go for the Yamcha here. And then we can take him out with the Ginyu. And let's just go forward from here. I mean, again, pretty solid start. I've used one item so far, which isn't... It's not the worst, but at the very least, we are taking him out slowly. Slowly but surely, I'm fairly confident that we should be able to take out the entirety of this Super Battle Road. But Ginyu is going to take care of the Krillin here. And there we go. We get the crit as well for good measure. But so far, the Ginyu, I'm very impressed. Very impressed. You know, you have units like I said, the Zamasu, the Ginyu, the Android 16. Now that... that is bad. You do not want to be taking that amount of damage because that was way, way, way too much. Right, let's go for this. I think the Yamcha's dead here. Okay, and then I'm just gonna roll with this. I'm hoping that the Chaozu doesn't super attack me, and he didn't. Okay, I took a lot of damage there, but I'm pretty certain that the Yamcha is done here. I'm getting the additional super attack, but this is the 100%. Kid Buu, I'm hoping it's going to be enough anyway. Crit or an additional super attack would be nice. Is he done? Okay, he isn't done, but we have a ton of health left still, so that is good for us. Perfect. And one thing I completely forgot about is that Zamasu actually heals us when, wow, this actually sucks. Zamasu heals us when, a super attack goes off. How is the Yamcha not dead? This man should be gone. This man should 100% be gone at this point. I would rather not risk it, to be perfectly honest. I want to just keep things going, you know, forward. I don't want to lose at this point because I think I'm making decent progress. I'm about to get a Dokkan mode during this. That is so frustrating. I'm about to get a Dokkan mode during the second stage, which is fine because if I time it correctly, I'll be able to get a Dokkan mode during the last stage. Now, if this event can chill and cut me a break, that would be awesome as well. Right. You know what? I can just go with this. Yamcha's dead. Yamcha's gone. Finally. That man is gone. He needed to go. He needed to freaking go. Okay, now Zamasu. He has the full defensive increases for the most part. And he has attacking capabilities. There we have it. That is what I like to see from the Zamasu. And now the Chaozu should finally be gone. This could actually take longer than I thought it would take. There we go. That 100% Kid Buu is definitely going to make a massive difference. And who do I have in this rotation? Ginyu, Android 16, and Golden Frieza. And we are taking on Piccolo and Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, I want to say. Okay, Super Saiyan Gotenks, rather. Okay, I got that completely wrong. Let's put Ginyu here. Do I... Yeah. So if I aim for the Piccolo here, which should be fine, and then I can aim for him there. Because pretty much every single unit in this particular rotation is more than capable of tanking it. Even the Golden Frieza is a very solid tank because of the potential system buffs, the defensive increase that he gets as well. Again, you're right here. It's tanking very well. And more than likely, the Android 16 is going to be able to tank these hits. My biggest issue is that I am going to get super attacked at some point. Okay, there's a super attack. Thankfully, he is super attacking Android 16, so I'm going to take significantly less damage. 52k. A lot of tanks, like I said, a lot of tanks on his team. Here we go. Can we pull off a crit? Only level 9, 620k. And we get the dodge. Awesome. Oh, very close to the Dokkan. I kind of wish I picked up a few more in-type orbs, like, you know, earlier on. But I'm gonna usher here. Oh, I'm gonna have to usher there, which is a bit of a shame, but I tried to speed up this Dokkan meter, but it's just not happening. Who do I have next turn I can hit hard? Oh, unfortunately, no one. That is such a shame. Let's see if we can take out the Piccolo here, at the very least, because then we have a full rotation of tanks for the most part, and we can just move forward from there. Alright, how high is this going to hit? 953k. And we are going to get a super attack with the other Kid Buu, but I don't think it's going to be enough to take him out. It's going to be very close, though. Very, very close. Come on now. Show me what you are made of, Kid Buu. How much you can hit for. A decent amount. Dokkan mode is not going to do much for us here. You know, I think we're good. Do I want to... No, I want to avoid a Dokkan mode at all costs here. 100%. It's not worth it. You know, unless I get like an additional super attack or something, it's not happening. Oh my word, I'm getting a Dokkan mode of Android 16. I'm legit getting a Dokkan mode of Android 16. Are you kidding me? I can't even do anything about it. You know what? Screw it. Let's go for it. Let's get a Dokkan mode. That's fine. It's no big deal. It's still good. Kid Buu is pretty much gonna take out the Gotenks next turn, hopefully, anyway. So you have a very solid rotation next turn when it comes to the super attacks. Damn, this actually sucks. No, I'd have rather pulled it off with the Ginyu at least. That sucks big time. Damn it. Okay, 5, 6. I should have planned ahead. I'm terrible at planning ahead with that Dokkan mode. Look at that attack stat. 173,000. Most likely not even going to take out the Piccolo here. But it is what it is. Can't do much about it now. But is it good? That's actually a good question. Can it take out the Piccolo? It's not going to take out the Piccolo. Of course it wouldn't take out the Piccolo. So let's put Zamasu here. And let's finish the Piccolo off for one. That's going to be a good starting point. Do I want to keep the Piccolo? And then let's go with this. Right, let's hope this goes the way I'm hoping it's going to go. Okay, Zamasu... Okay, I'm getting a lot of dodges off of Zamasu. I appreciate that. That should be enough to take care of him. Okay, for good measure. We're good here. Okay, Kid Buu. I see you, Kid Buu. 100%. Unfortunately, the Dokkan mode doesn't go as I planned, but you know what? It is what it is. And pull that off. And now we get the super attack off of Frieza. You know what? That healing with Zamasu from the super attack mechanics is going to be clutch, especially if you get multiple double super attacks off. And look at that. Ginyu in that slot straight away. This is great. I'm having a lot of fun with this team as well. I haven't used Extreme in that much, so to see it work this well is just, honestly, you know, just great. Oh my word. Hello? Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. I'm not facing 2 or more enemies. I messed up. I messed up. I messed up big time. I'm dead. I just made a biggest mistake. Okay, so clearly that attempt didn't go as I planned, but I am going to try it again later on, but for just, you know, the sake of showing him off normally, because, I mean, that's what is good about him. He is good in a lot of instances. For example, for Super Battle Road, even in that particular situation, I did mess up, but despite losing the damage reduction, pardon me, he was still getting a 70% attack and defensive increase, as well as the free key. You know, so that is something that you shouldn't overlook, because at the very least, he is still, you know, getting that defensive increase, like I said. And unfortunately, oh damn, the levels for this particular ability system aren't necessarily that great. But you know what? It is what it is. So we have that Ginyu in the first slot. Gonna keep him in there. And right now, he is getting a 70% attack and defensive increase. Now I'll go with this. And then super attack with the Broly as well. And I do want to try out the Ginyu with the attack increase from the Rosa super attack mechanic. And there we have it. So 470k at 100% in the potential system on a villain team. On both teams, he gets the exact same increases, so it's not an unfair representation of what he can do. This is him at his absolute best. Doesn't necessarily matter. Pardon me, kind of hard to get those words out. It doesn't necessarily matter which team we are running him on, and unfortunately, his main attack link is going to be the Okay, there we go. Yeah, unfortunately, his main attack link is going to be the Ginyu Force link, and that obviously isn't going to be a very prominent link on this particular team up until, you know, they release the newer Ginyu Force members. And if I'm not mistaken, in a few, well, I'll say a few hours, but like in around let's just say I upload this video at my time. So 6 hours, maybe even less. Depends on when you are watching the video, of course. Basically, when the events rotate, we are going to be moving on to the STR type units, or, you know, just events in general, which means that we will be able to get our hands on the Jace, which is dope, because Jace is another unit that I'm looking forward to the most. And to be honest, the Ginyu and the Jace are the ones that I was looking forward to the most from the start. So the fact that it lines on perfectly like that is awesome. And even the Berta, I'm excited for as well. And the reason why is because I finally want to beat Extreme Agility with the, what do you call it? I want to beat Extreme AGL Super Battle Road. But you can tell that the biggest issue with that Extreme INT team by far is just the key links. If I was capable of consistently super attacking with the units that hit the hardest, it wouldn't be that much of an issue. But Golden Freezer, I mean, he isn't necessarily sharing that many, you know, many links with a lot of the guys there. And, it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. That team just has always had the key issues. And that's the reason why the Android 13 is there, to be an orb changer. But because he is going to be in the third slot like 99% of the time, it's just impossible to do that. Regardless, yeah, this Broly doesn't have prepared for battle. Damn it, but I am going to get a super attack off here. And then, actually, okay, you know what? The orb placement just decided to line up perfectly after that. We are good here. And, of course, the LR is going to get attacked a few times as well. And if you aren't aware, there is a featured banner with LR Goku Black. So if you don't have him on the Japanese version of the game, I would most likely summon for him, even if you only have like a few stones. Because it could happen. I mean, it's not necessarily the most likeliest of things, you know, especially from a single summons and such, but it's happened before, so, you know, you never know what could happen. That one single summon could make the biggest difference there. And yeah, that's a key link right there. I can't remember exactly what key link, but there is a key link being activated here. It's not Gentleman. Shattering the Limit, of course, Shattering the Limit there. And there we have it. He is hitting relatively hard as well. But like I said, he is going to be a solid unit for the most part on Extreme INT. You are most likely never going to use him on this particular team. But I definitely like his tanking capabilities. It's not as good as the Marsu's. But the reason why that is just simply because the Marsu also gets a defensive increase. And of course, he does have a higher defensive stat. But the Ginyu is still very, very good, like you saw. But I'm trying to stay focused on, like, both this, you know, what's happening right now with the Dokkan event and what happened in Super Battle Road. But for the most part, he did perform very well. You know, Dezamasu is very solid there as well, clearly. The Android 16, I kind of want to say he's solid. If I gave him potential system buffs, he would be able to tank, you know, a lot better. But he was putting in, putting in work there. It's just the lack of consistent super attacks with the guys that I need to get super attacks off with. Maybe I need to get rid of Golden Freezer. Maybe that's me. Maybe that's my plan for next time. Now we have Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. Oh, I kind of wish they animated this 5, but you know what? It's too late to change it. I'll just get rid of the terrible looking aura. That would look so much better. Alright, let's put Ginyu here. But I'm very happy with the Ginyu. He is probably the best that they could have made him. I don't see what else they could have done, to be perfectly honest. And one thing I completely forgot to mention is that he does raise his own attack with every single super attack. So that is the reason why he is getting stronger with every single attack. And to be honest, I will probably try to run at least one other Ginyu member with him in the future. Most likely Jace. Just to activate that 25% Ginyu Force link, because that is going to be, be making a massive difference when it comes to the overall damage output of both units. We shall see in the future. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And, of course, my failed attempt. I made a mistake, but definitely not going to make it in the future. Let's go with this. It's just something that is so easy to overlook. Because you are just kind of in the zone. And it's like, oh, wait. I kind of realized too late that, oh, wait. The second portion of his passive actually requires you to take on 2 or more enemies. Yeah, that's actually a thing. But you know what? A mistake isn't a mistake if you learn from it. That's my logic. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video as always. And if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I will see you all in the next one.